Blessings and welcome everyone. Just a reminder before we begin. Your rising sign horoscope will give you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope may show up, and your moon sign horoscope will give you the less prominent side story that'll also be playing out for this 2-week period. Remember, horoscopes serve best when observed, like a weather or traffic report. You have influence over all outcomes with your thoughts, actions, choices, and deeds. Use the information that presents to help you make the highest choices for the highest outcomes. If you wish to schedule any of my services or like access to more content via my Patreon, follow the links below or go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Pisces. It's time to have a look and see what's going on with regards to the first 2 weeks of February 2021. And also, if you are curious as to how a great deal of this 2-week period is affected by the full moon we had at the end of January, which it is definitely affected by it, you might want to click on my avatar below and go to my main channel page and watch that video as well. Just make sure you watch the first half before you click around all willy-nilly, because otherwise it's not going to make any sense. So, what is going on here with week 1 of our bi-weekly read? Well, for your big spiritual focus, what's going on with all areas of your life? You've got this King of Wands upright, and there is this huge focus on acceleration and empowerment and amplification of a lot of your works, a lot of efforts you have put out there, a lot of creations that you have made, starting to pick up a lot of traction and starting to actually make bigger ripples and have greater effect on those around you. Now, with the King of Wands upright, what is happening is that there is also this illumination and clearing of a lot of resistance, or maybe even maligning influences that could be also going on in your space. And this is because the King of Wands also brings you, it seems, a gift of illumination. And illumination as to not only hidden paths, shortcuts, byways, warp pipes, all kinds of good stuff like that, but also lighting up maybe the unseen, letting you see what's going on in the shadows where you're not normally used to looking, or seeing what's going on under the bed, that kind of thing. Now, with the King of Wands, this is actually going to be, yes, revealing where a lot of efforts or a lot of journeys that you've been on have been maybe made a lot more difficult than they needed to be. And you probably will, yes, find out about ways to reverse and alter them, but you do have to see the cause and the effect as well that's been lingering in the shadows. The King of Wands is showing up as not only as an assister energy or as an assisting energy, but also one that is an illuminator, a teacher, and a guide. And so pay attention to what you are being shown throughout this week. Do not ignore what you're being shown, because if you're being shown something, you're being shown because you got to do something about it, whether it's take advantage of the opportunity or reverse, again, something that's been working against you. As we get on to your material circumstances, when it comes to your finances, your job, your upward mobility, your personal abundance, maybe even your living circumstances, you've got the Ten of Cups upright, and we've got a huge breakthrough opportunity presenting here. And with the Ten of Cups, this does feel like also a very personal victory for you at that. And with the Ten of Cups, this may actually be, yes, something being gifted to you or wrapped up with and for you, whether this is a major financial or major professional priority. The Ten of Cups is actually bringing a long journey to a happy ending. Now, for a lot of you, this could actually be a dream job opportunity substantiating. Maybe it's a role that's opening up at your company, or maybe it's actually something, sorry, I got cat hair like all over. Maybe it's a role that's showing up at your company, or maybe a new role happening on the external that is actually a perfect fit for you. The Ten of Cups is promising that a lot of new endeavors that are showing up are going to be a cut above what you're used to seeing in your field or in your market. Financially, this could even come because of a major big break that a friend, a relative, or an ally is having, and of course, this expands into your territory as well. Their win is your win, sort of a big share across the tribe, a share across the crew. As we get on to your communications, friends, relatives, maybe other people in your life, your platonic support system, your community, you do have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. And it does look like a lot of you Piscean people may be having to face or have revealed that somebody in your life has maybe been rejecting things or undermining you in some way where they had no business to be doing so. Now, this could be seen as, yes, either maybe blatant or deliberate sabotage. Maybe it's self-sabotage with collateral damage being you, or maybe it's them turning something down with the best of intentions, not knowing what they were actually doing. But the Six of Pentacles reversed is one of the things that's getting illuminated by that King of Wands. We have to see where in our groups, our friends, our partners, our allies, our community, are we actually experiencing a bit of tampering with some of our bigger priorities, our bigger goals and dreams. And I feel with the Six of Pentacles reversed, it may be time for you to redraw the boundary around some of these associations. As we get on to your challenge, what you're challenged to do or what you're being challenged by, you have the Six of Cups in reverse. A lot of you Piscean people are going to need to be ready to drop a lot of unfinished business, or possibly just things that are unresolved because they're no longer actually applicable to your life. They're not actually going to be anything that will yield a positive outcome or result. Now, we all know there are people out there that just lose years and ages of their life to trying to resolve things that are better left just in the dust and in the past. Of course, we don't want to repress anything. I'm not saying repress, but the obsession with specific closure, the obsession with specific resolution can be crippling to people. This I do feel you may also need to confront in circumstances where you share space, you share energy, you share time. It may be also your challenge to take up in order to actually be clearing certain things that other people might not be ready or willing to release or let go of. Perhaps an obsession with the past is slowing down progress in a business venture or a relationship. Maybe there's something going on where with the Six of Cups reversed, a refusal to clear the slate or start fresh and anew in something bigger and brighter is exactly what's motivating whatever might be undermining or let's just say rejecting something on your behalf where it has no business. The Six of Cups reversed, your challenge, purge that slate. Purge it. Release yourself from what you might think is an obligation you've carried from your past so that you're not necessarily engaging in those activities, even vicariously, with others. As we get on to your relationships with love, romance, partnerships, you've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and it does look like there is an assist coming your way because the Five of Pentacles reverse is indicating that a void that you have been dealing with is getting filled. Whether this is a material void, something going on with our family, I'm seeing a lot of you Piscean people actually finding that when it comes to a void that maybe we've been coping with in our relationships or maybe our search for a new partnership could actually come with an assist from a friend. One of the other things that's coming through with this Five of Pentacles reversed is that we are going to be seeing that a partner is actually going to be finding their own thing. Something that has been missing in their lives, something that maybe actually has been causing them to maybe suffer, do without, or just something that has actually kept them from feeling completely fulfilled. And with that void being filled, it is also changing the dynamic of your relationship in a very positive way. This could be something that brings a new social life for them, or maybe a new passion, a new drive, a new career, a new breakthrough that, of course, has its positive ripple effects on the rest of the couple, rest of the household, rest of the family. For those of you looking for new relationships, if you're available to somebody new, the Five of Pentacles reversed is indicating that somebody new coming into your space may actually also be coming with a solution or a tool or a resource that they will be handing off to you that you can apply to another area in your life. As we get on to your second week of February, the main spiritual theme is the Tower upright. So the big spiritual focus of week 2, the Tower. And this is where a lot of, again, maybe artificially held up or erroneously preserved circumstances, holding patterns, or maybe things that have been going way too slow towards their transition are pushed to their transition. With the Tower card upright, I'm actually seeing a lot of situations around you start to blow up and come to an end. But I'm actually feeling like a lot of you Piscean people are actually very relieved by this. It's one of those kind of awkward moments where you almost are like, wow, look at that blow up, look at that go. And then, personally you're like, oh, thank God. Because with the Tower card, we are seeing a lot of situations that have made, like, eras or projects, priorities, obligations, commitments that have long outstayed their worth, welcome, and viability go. And with the Tower, remember, it's all about, look, the reason it's the Tower is because it didn't go in its proper time. It didn't go when it would have been better. So the universe goes and blows it up, demolition style. You may be finding that this is actually quite a liberating period for you, the second week of February. You're finally free, but just be mindful that not everyone might be on the same page as you. Not everyone might be going, thank God, that's over, the way you are. And I feel as though, you're going to want to, maybe you're going to be a bit more open to cleaning your slate, but some folks might not handle it all that well. Remember, don't focus on the crumbling. Don't obsess over it, right? We don't watch it burn. Move on, create the new thing. As we get on to the material shifts, what's going on with your work, your finances, your job, again, your material circumstances. You've got the Two of Cups upright, and I'm actually seeing a very beautiful partnership or alliance being formed with either a peer or a colleague or a friend that actually puts you in a very strong win position. Now, this may be something that actually helps the two of you or more. It could be, 3 people in a group, but it helps you actually rise through the ranks of your field or possibly breathe life into a professional or financial aspiration that you've maybe kept in, a dream journal or up in the clouds. Now with this Two of Cups, we are actually seeing a chance for this to, not a chance, we're actually seeing this get put into action, put into motion. The Two of Cups is also coming in as an opportunity for you to really make a big gain with, again, a partnership or an alliance that actually clues you in to a source of revenue that they have, or maybe some abundance that they already have access to that could also be yours. So a really cool shift in tone there. As we get on to your communications with friends, relatives, maybe other people in your life, we've got the Page of Swords in reverse. And a lot of you Piscean people are going to have to pay attention to, yet again, where we might not necessarily be getting the truth out of people that we need to tell us the truth. Now, this could be where we are discovering maybe family secrets, stuff in the grapevine, friends, or maybe even sort of, let's just say some agendas that have been going on that have really, kind of worked not necessarily with us, I'll just put it that way, while it's been going on maybe under our nose or behind our backs. With the Page of Swords reversed, it's important for you to make sure that you understand that, again, this is not something you have to go in and solve and cure. You don't have to run in as the therapist for that dysfunction. Remember the Tower. You know, if you've been operating in that capacity this whole time and yet it persists, let it go with the Tower, because the Page of Swords reversed is going to show you where maybe, yeah, we've not been actually making as much progress as we thought with certain people. That's okay. You know, it really is okay. Let the liberation of the Tower take care of that and clean up that mess. You move on. As we get on to your challenge, right? What is your challenge here? We've got the Four of Swords in reverse, or what is, you know, what the challenges you need to take on. So the Four of Swords reversed, I'm actually seeing as a major switch, right? We have a lot of these big turns going on seemingly overnight. With the Four of Swords reversed, your challenge is to be able to adjust your plans at a moment's notice. But I'm seeing that if this is because of the Tower or the Two of Cups, it could just as easily be for very positive reasons. Because with the Four of Swords reversed, I'm actually seeing a lot of big left turns, and you're going to have to be able to allow your mind and your heart to adjust on a dime. You see something that's going on over here that is completely changing your perception of your reality. Okay, noted, right? We allow ourselves to integrate what we need to integrate there. The Four of Swords reversed may indicate that a lot of plans that you're working on as you go into this 2-week period are going to go through some rapid advancements and rapid alterations. And that's okay, because I feel between the Four of Swords reversed, the Two of Cups, and the Tower, this is actually happening all for the better. As we get on to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Sun upright, and a lot of you Pisces people are going to be enjoying a nice healing opportunity for not only yourself, but also your partner. But what's interesting is I'm seeing that all involved, if this is a committed relationship, this healing is happening on an individual basis, regardless of what kind of relationship we have or what kind of union we have. Now, this could be with the Sun that there is a massive restoration going on for you and for them in your own personal journeys, your own personal life. A bit of a return of maybe your own original dream, a bit of a soul retrieval, you know, in that respect, a bit of an awakening. That actually changes the dynamic of your relationship, because you are actually now becoming more of your true selves, or reviving more of your true selves. And so it's an interesting message that's coming through, because I am seeing, of course, the relationship would have to change over this, but this healing of the Sun, this return of innocence, this return of more of ourselves, more of our true selves, is happening, again, individually, them and you, and then we see how this changes the relationship. For those of you who are maybe looking for new people, the Sun card reversed is actually going to bring somebody who takes you back to a part of yourself that you have not actually experienced, let out, or maybe given a lot of energy or integration work to in a while. And I do feel there is a spark of that inner child reignited at the same time. So that's what I've got for you, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because y'all know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.